Hey guys, it's Cheryl with Magical Melody, and I'm here with my week 9 VSG post-op update. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on January 5th at Tenova Healthcare with Dr. William Steele. My highest weight was 250.4, day of surgery 241.4. Last week 212.7, and this week 211.2. So about a pound loss for the week, maybe a little over that. And basically I kind of wasn't expecting a loss at all this week, just because I had a couple of things going on this week. My daughter had a birthday, and her birthday is the day before mine. It's March 5th. And then my birthday was the day after, March 6th. And so Monday evening, me and my husband went out to get Mexican food at the local Mexican restaurant that we like to eat at. And following as closely to the guidelines that I follow with a nutrition guide, I tried to pick out the healthiest thing that I could find, and I got fajitas, and they had seafood like scallops and shrimp and fish, and with like onions, peppers, and mushrooms. So probably the most unhealthy thing on there was probably the tortillas. The rest of it wasn't too bad. It had lettuce on there, which I didn't touch. It had some free-fried beans on there. You know, some guacamoles, a sour cream, you know, stuff like that, which I don't really use a lot of extra toppings on my fajitas anyway. So that's how that went. And when I was there, everything went down fine. I didn't have any complications with any of the food getting stuck or whatnot. A couple of days before that, I took my daughter Saturday to Chinese, and I got a small plate. I got a little bit of chicken and broccoli, and I got one chicken on a stick, 2 pieces of sushi, and some wasabi to dip the sushi in. It really ruined my whole meal because it was really painful. The broccoli got stuck. It hurt so bad. I mean, it felt like it was stuck in my throat, and then I felt like this pain that went all the way in the back, in my back. Like, it hurt so bad. And I was just sitting there, like, hoping that that would pass, which it did. I just kept swallowing, and eventually, after about 15 minutes, it all went down fine. I'm not sure what happened, because I've eaten broccoli before, and I've in fact, the fajita dish that I had at the Mexican place had broccoli in it, and that broccoli didn't bother me. So I don't know what it was, if maybe I thought that I chewed it enough and maybe I didn't, or that it wasn't cooked enough or something, but it really got to me. And so Tuesday night, we had a birthday party for my older daughter, well, my middle daughter. We had a birthday party, and I'm not gonna lie, I did though kind of curb the whole ice cream thing. I got a Thrive ice cream that's 99% sugar-free. It was butter pecan, and it has 150 calories. I wasn't too happy with the calories, but at the store they didn't seem to have the Halo top ice cream. It just looked like they were sold out or whatever. So the Thrive ice cream was what I got, and it actually was really good. So I did that, and I ate a piece of pizza, all except for that thick crust at the end. So like about that much at the end was just thick crust, and then the width of the slice of pizza. So I threw that part away and I ate the rest of it. That went down fine, and I also had a small piece of cake. My cake was probably that big. I just got like a small piece. And I got one of the inner pieces instead of one of the pieces on the end with all that icing caked up, you know, on the end. How when you get cakes baked at the bakery, how they have that, all that icing on the edges and all that stuff. So I avoided that, and I just got like an inner piece, because on those cakes the icing has the most sugar. So that's how I handled it. You know, I feel like that probably I'm gonna get some food police in the comments or whatever about it, but I do believe that in some cases, on special occasions or whatnot, you need to allow yourself the opportunity to enjoy yourself somewhat. And I'm not saying that you should go on vacation and just eat shit the whole time that you're there. If you go out with family or friends on vacation, I think that you should at least try to pick something that's a little more healthier within your food guidelines to eat at the restaurants. But, you know, what I am saying is, like, at a special occasion, some kind of celebration or whatnot, I mean, I think it's okay to enjoy yourself somewhat. I have always had the ability to come out of something like that and then bring myself back to what I'm supposed to be doing. It's you know, it comes from in here, your mind, the way that you think. And I know that some people have a hard time with trying to stay with their program, and once they have one thing like that, they continue having it. You got to have the ability to bring yourself back and everything like that. Okay, say, okay, that was just a one-time thing, now let's, you know, forget about it and move on and go back to the way things were. You know, and everything like that, which I'm not having a hard time doing. I'm actually not craving any sugar at all. Actually, the whole time that I have been post-op, I have not craved any sugar. I really haven't. I have some protein bars, you know, and stuff like that. I eat them for something different, or, you know, for a sweet taste. But I can't really say that I had the craving for sugar before I reached for one, because I really haven't, you know. So it's nothing, I'm not really missing the sugar right now. I hope that that stays that way, because sugar is one of my demons. I can't have cakes and cookies and stuff like that in the house, because that's a trigger food for me. So, you know, I told my husband, if you buy any cakes or cookies and stuff for the kids, hide them, put them somewhere that I'm not going to find them, because it really is a trigger food for me. And if I have it around me constantly, I will end up giving into whatever head hunger or whatever or whatnot that I have. So it's better for me to not have it there. Another trigger food for me is peanut butter. So what I did about that was I went and got almond butter. It's a little bit different. It's not something that I would eat every day, because it has a different texture. It's kind of grainy. It tastes good, but it kind of has like a bland taste to it. So it's not something that I know I'm not going to eat it every day. So I have some almond butter instead of the peanut butter. And it's not that it tastes bad, it's just not something that I would reach for day after day. And so, moving on, tomorrow my husband has his pre-op appointment to sign the consents and everything like that for surgery, and he has a thing where he has to go immediately after and get like his blood work and EKG, blah blah blah, you know, all that stuff that they do for your pre-op. And then his surgery is Tuesday the 14th, and everything like that. And I don't know if I'm going to film it. I may film bits and pieces of it, just because I don't know how comfortable he is with having his surgery whole process videotaped and whatnot. But I probably will post maybe 1 or 2 updates about it. And I would ask anybody who is watching this video, please keep him in your prayers, and the rest of my family in your prayers while he goes through this. It's at the beginning of his journey. Plus also his surgery is a little bit more complicated than mine, as if mine wasn't already complicated enough. Because that day I just remember when I woke up, the only thing I could remember was being in the worst pain of my life and hearing a bunch of people talking and some dim lights over my head, and I heard some woman in the background coughing. That's all I remember when I was in recovery. And for him, he has ulcers and he has a hiatal hernia. So in addition to the sleeve like I have, he's going to be getting hiatal hernia repair. And I've heard some stuff about that recovery from some people in the Facebook support groups and whatnot, and that's a pretty difficult surgery to recover from. The hiatal hernia repair, they say, makes it worse. But then again, it's not the same for everybody. He might do fine. So we'll see. Anyway, I appreciate all your support and all your prayers and stuff like that. So I have some things that I want to talk to you about. I told you that I was gonna do the Confessions of a Fat Girl diary thing. I am still gonna do that, and I think that mine is gonna be in 2 sections. One is gonna be about things that I did with like modeling behaviors of other people around me, because I grew up in a family full of obese people. And the other part is going to be about things that have really gotten under my skin during my life, where I have always tried so hard to be healthier and to be better than obese, because I've never been comfortable with it, and I've never accepted my weight as being normal, like I feel like a lot of my other friends and family have. And so there were things throughout the years since childhood that were said to me that really get under my skin, and I'm going to talk about that. I think I'm going to do that part first, just because that part about the things people have said to me and done and whatnot because of my weight bothers me more than the behaviors I did. Because the behaviors I did, yeah, I mean, I look back at it and say, oh, that was really stupid. Why the hell did I do that? But at the same time, though, I don't beat up on myself, and I'm not blaming anybody else for that. But when you live in an environment where you're around family who are all also bigger or obese, you tend to model some of those behaviors, because children are like sponges and they learn from what they have around them, or whatever behaviors they see going on around them and stuff like that. So I'm not blaming them, and I'm not really gonna blame myself either, because I didn't know any better. I thought that, you know, that's just the way life was, and so did they, because the generation before them taught them those things and whatnot. If you can make any sense out of what I'm saying, anyway. But you know, So I mean, I will cover both, and like I said, I think that I better do it in 2 parts, otherwise it's going to be so long that you're not going to want to sit through it. I don't want to waste everybody's time on here, since I'm a blabber and my videos usually go over 20 minutes. So I thought that it would come out here and do my video out here today because it's a really nice day. I was out here checking on the swimming pool, and I'm glad I did because I found out that the pump was off, and I don't know how long it's been off. So I got that going again, and what happened was one of our GFCI outlets quit working, and I had the same problem with one of them last year, so I should have known that was going to happen, but oh well. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to end it here because I'm waiting for the electric company to come check with the problem with our internet. So I've got to go back inside in case somebody knocks on the door. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, please subscribe. And I hope that you guys are having a good week, and I hope that you also have a good weekend. And here we're supposed to get snow, so I hope that you guys are staying warm and whatnot. So until later, peace, bye.